Hello, you guys. Welcome back to another video slash podcast episode on this YouTube channel. Guys, I feel so tall right now, but I sat up in the frame so like you guys could see a shirt. Cause when I don't, I kind of look shirtless, but hopefully my head is not getting cut off. But I guess we gonna see by the end of the video now, won't we? But anyways, welcome to, I think, my second podcast episode of this year, 10 days into January. Perfect 10 by Nipsey Hussle was just on my mind. Oh, we're 11 days now, but it was yesterday. And I don't know why I'm feeling very reflective. A lot of people feel very reflective, I feel like, towards the end of the year. But I'm feeling like that right now because of the specific place I'm at in my life. So if you guys aren't new here, you already know. I am about to reach single and celibate for a whole year in next month. Almost, yeah. Next month. It's coming up quick. I'm 23 years old. This is not the first time I've had a major gap in my, in between my relationships and stuff like that. If you guys aren't new here, I went through an abusive relationship when I was 20. And I left when I was 20, and then I didn't get back into a relationship again till I was 22. So I had almost a 2-year gap of that, of not really like dating for real in between and stuff. And so this isn't the first time I've had like a major gap in my love life, dating life, whatever you want to call it. And I remember the place I was in after the abusive relationship and almost those 2 years, I was very miserable, y'all. I mean, not only because of the obvious, abuse takes a lot of recovery and reprogramming your brain. So I was really struggling mentally, just, get back up and feel okay again. And it's a lot of, like I said, unlearning. That really isn't specific to the relationship I was in either. Like, it's just like that time, your 20s, your 21 year, like it's just a lot as a young adult, relearning and unlearning things in your family. I was going through some family things and discoveries, and it was just a lot. But at the end of the day, after some time and being in therapy, I did really, really want another relationship really bad. Because like I said, not only is the recovery process very hard, but when you go through abuse, like the type that I went through, which was emotionally and sexual, it's a lot to live with, and just like, is a human thing that we all crave. And even though I had like a deep fear of intimacy and stuff, it's like when you go back and you're so isolated and the only memories you have to look back on when it comes to that is horrendous, and with your abuser, I'm like, I just want to be loved. I just want new memories. This is so hard to feel so triggered anytime my mind tries to go in that direction or anything like that. It was really hard. And like I said, at 22, I did get back into a different relationship shortly, very short-lived. That was my last one. And yeah, it was 4 months. And I just think about how I'm comparing, not to compare. Like, I know we're not supposed to but this is a good comparison. Okay. I compare how much I craved new love and new experiences and stuff, and just how sick like I felt in those times being single, the almost 2 years, just comparing my life to other people and, being like, why does it seem like it's so easy for everybody else? But for me, it's like the relationship I was in that did look easy was so abusive and left me with so much. And then, I get with another guy. It's not an abusive relationship, but it's not great either. It starts as like, we have so much in common. We get along so well. And then, it was short-lived. And like, I feel like how I felt in those 2 years, I was really feeling like, I really hope the next one, like everyone thinks, is the one. And I just really want it to work, or blah, 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 or I don't want to experience what I experienced again. And I feel like because I was so miserable back then, I had a fear I think of being single for a long period of time again. And it's crazy how now I'm single for a long period of time again, almost a year. And I look back at my past self and I want to hug her. And to any other girls who felt like I did at 20, 21, because the comparison is crazy. How down bad I was in that singleness and how happy and peace of mind I am now. Like in this podcast episode and in all of mine, I don't want to sound cliche and corny like, oh yeah, I just don't care, get to the bag, da da da, don't trust the. I don't feel that way, okay? I'm still open to love. I would still love to fall in love again, have some intimacy again, have a partner to do life with, duh. I want to be a mother and a wife and just have that. I'm someone who grew up in a 2-parent household and seen a very healthy, respectful marriage. My parents still are, I think, are so cute and goals today and love hanging out with each other. And I just love, so I know it's 100% out there, right? Whenever I'm shitting on these men, baby, I'm one of those girls where I know it's not all. Again, like when girls be talking about men and tell men to not get offended because they be like, not all, like if it's not all, you shouldn't get offended, right? Because I grew up with an amazing dad who all this misogynistic bullshit I grew up and started seeing on the internet, I never ever heard that in my house. So I was very confused. So I know some men know how to act. So yeah, is love still something I want? And given the opportunity, would I take it to get to know someone worthy of my time? Of course. DMs are open. Not me wanting to say that. Y'all, I be getting DMs every day, but y'all be fucking for real. They be all over the place. Like, I'm in California, baby. You gotta be close and fine. Not me feeling bad saying that, but some of you guys are nice, but not for me. But anyway, yeah, like I still have similar traits that I had in the first time where yes, I would love to be in a relationship and stuff like that. But I just feel like the first time I was in this stretch of singleness, I was giving I was in survival mode, honestly. Because like I said, I was in therapy, most anxious I've ever felt in my life, panic attacks like every night, barely any sleep. I was in survival mode, still being open, which I think is okay because I'm not one of those people that's like, this and that. Yeah, you don't need that. Da, da, da. Who are you to tell people when they're ready for love? Some people meet their lovers when they're both at their worst points or one's at their worst point. I'm not the person that's like, you don't have this, and this. You shouldn't even be looking. Now, there are some basic things you should have. A place to live, a driver's license, a sense of income, stuff like that. You guys know I'm traumatized from this last boy I dated who lied about having those basic needs, right? There's basic things, yes, you need and you need to be honest about. But yeah, I'm not one of those people. So I think that Alicia 2 years ago was very much deserving of love and new memories and all that. But it's just so different now. Like, I feel like the almost 2 years felt so long and like every day it was something because my mental health was so bad for almost 2 years. But now I'm in good spirits because I left that nigga alone. No, for real. Like y'all know those girls who be like, I'm an advocate for leaving your man. I am too. And I'm not trying to be like, here gonna go these men. Oh, girls wonder why they're single and they spread that. Yes, I'm an advocate for leaving that man if he's not treating you how you're supposed to, if he's not giving you what you need, if it's not it. Why would I tell you to leave a man that's perfectly fine, that you guys are getting along and just have typical couple bumps? Like, that's not what girls mean. We mean leave a man right where he had you up at. And like I said, I always talk about that comparison, how I'm so proud because when I was in an abusive relationship, I was with this man for a year, long overdue. This past man had me messed up and was not giving what it's supposed to give, was hella disrespectful. He only got 4 months of my time. And still, that was a little too much. But like I said, like, y'all, the frontal lobe is developing as I get closer to 25. So I was chatting at my little lunch date with my best friend the other day, and I was just saying how it's like, people really say like when you know better, you do better, and like that frontal lobe developing thing is real for the people who want to let it develop. No shade. You know, like, again, I don't try to like compare myself or think I'm above other people, but sometimes, y'all, like when I do look at like some people older than me who still be doing relationship or situationships and accepting crumbs and stuff, I'm like, well, you know what I mean? Like when you know better, you do better. And I was telling her how I'm like, I feel like the tools I learned in therapy and just the work I did on my own and just building myself back up, beating those thoughts from my abuser out of my head. Like I wouldn't be like have the I have on today. And I was like, I look at 2025, right? And how I was single most of the year because I went through a breakup in February. And I'm just like when I say I encourage y'all to leave that man and leave him alone, I'm like, I feel like my 2025 would not have been as great and peaceful and just calm and relaxing if I would have stayed with that man and not left him where he had me up at. Like I said, again, I'm not perfect. He did have me up a couple times before I made that step, but you know what I'm saying? It gets to a point. And for some people, it doesn't get to a point, which is why I tell you to leave that man alone. And so, yeah, I'm 23 and I'm just like I said, my young adult years were literally like, okay, I had my fun. I graduated when I was 17 from high school. I had my fun in my first relationship, 17 to 18. We broke up like right when I turned 19. And the heartbreak was hard. But like I said, then 6 months later, I jumped into a relationship with an abusive man. And so from 19 up to 22, because I just turned 23, I just feel like it was so hard. Like, also, I hope this video was some encouragement that things do get better for people who have been through abuse or are living with really hard memories. Like, everything just felt so hard and so triggering. And I've been on YouTube for 2 years. I started this channel when I was in the most terrible place at 21. Happy 2 years to my channel. But no matter how many videos I posted and stuff, I was going through it. As we all do. Like, just like any other job or hobby, you guys show up with a smile on your face and, you know, the real people know how you're really doing. But it gets better when you choose better and you learn better from your mistakes. Like my last podcast episode, I'm never here to victim blame or myself or anybody else and think, well, maybe I should have left. Those were the misogynistic thoughts that I had when I first was posted, because it was stuff like that I was hearing from my abuser. Like, yeah, it was always me. Everything was my fault and he feels this way and he does this because of me. And no one else would like me and stuff like that. So, of course, those thoughts were living in my head. But, like, the rebrand and therapy, like I said, Joel, I'm a therapy advocate till the day I drop, okay? I did therapy at 19 for my first heartbreak and major family feuds. And then I went back from 21 to 22 for my abusive relationship, and it's so helpful, y'all. Like, I try to incorporate everything I learned here and the stuff I read, but it really is helpful to all my people. What Amine say, to all my niggas with some melanin, especially. Please utilize it if you have the chance. It's great. It's really great. But anyways, where was I going with this? But yeah, I'm not one of those girls that is like, oh my God, you're only whatever. When I was in a relationship, when I was however old, it didn't even mean anything. Don't even try. I'm a huge advocate that I still think young people should do what they want. They should do what they want and they have the right to experience things if they want to. Like, I low-key hate sometimes those advice videos where it's like, don't even try to date when you're this old. Don't even stay single. That's advice for you. Not everybody's life is like that. This is why I feel like I'm not really an advice giving, debating type of content creator or whatever, because I think everything is applicable to different people's lives. Like, you know, like I said, my parents, that healthy couple that I came from, they've been together since they were 19. Now, obviously it worked out, right? But I am an advocate for yourself, especially for my ladies, especially for my Black woman, to put yourself on a pedestal and put that crown right on in a world that tries to take it from us all the time. And women in general, because like I said, this misogynistic teachings, but anyone who values their self-worth, y'all know who my target audience is. Because yeah, do I think being in a relationship when you're young is stupid and it holds you down or whatever? No, but I think with the wrong person it is, right? Like I said, I'm still not where I want to be in my career and my finances in my life. But like I said, I've had the most peaceful year of my life because I leave these men where they're at. Like I said, it would be great. It would be great. Next month, Valentine's Day, a man pops up who is great, who is healthy, who supports my dreams and has his own stuff and puts me first, and we prioritize each other and we build stuff together. That's great. But again, getting in a relationship like my abusive one or the last one, where a man just has so much that it's distracting me from my own stuff, and no. Good, healthy relationships, yeah. Men who want to hold you down and try to push that ride or die and be with me while I'm down, so no. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, it depends on the person. But yeah, like I literally made a TikTok on this. I'm just, like I said, yeah, choosing between being with someone terrible and holding you man down versus being single is not that bad, y'all. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like I said, when I first went through this stretch, I was so sad, y'all. I was like, why can't I even just get something? Like, just get a date or just have a cute date and make out with someone. Like, you know, because it feels like, especially in your 20s, like in hookup culture and dating app culture and stuff, it's like, why at least my friends be having a talking stage or be going on dates, and okay, even if it lasts a month, like, but I'm like, I literally get nothing, no play. In person. Like, y'all, if you look back at my story times, most of the story times I've told that are recent are normally just men online who have me fucked up and who say stuff, or I see crazy stuff because I don't even get to the point of going on a date with them because you're not worthy. Right? But I was like so sad. Like, I was like, could I just get something? But even something is super terrible, because why would a girl recovering from abuse want to just be thrown into a situation with just someone and not someone she's taken her time, like, you know? So like, feel like protected myself in that way. But yeah, don't feel that way. Like, if you do feel like how 21-year-old Alicia felt, I mean, you can, because your feelings are valid. And even like, I thought of it in the sense of a relationship too. Like, some people make it seem so easy, like how people begin with a new guy in 6 months and then it all works out and they got the kids and the mansion. Like, I was just like, but every new relationship for me, it feels like that at first, then it's shit. Like, right? Like, it sucked, but now I just have such a different perspective. Like, it's not about me. Like, especially going through relationships. This is why I do encourage relationships for young people, because I feel like it teaches you a lot about people. Like I said, coming from a good family and a good man who's not misogynistic, any of the phobics, any of the isms, like, I was shook. Like I said, when I seen how a lot of men really are in the real world, but just learning people. Like, a relationship is like the closest, most intimate you can get to someone. And just like learning in my young years how much is not about me when I thought it was about me. Like, they're treating me like this because of that. And because of that, like, even if they say it, so much stuff is not about you. It's about that person and their traumas and their triggers and what they're ready for. Like, that, I feel like relationships, love is truly the biggest teacher. So like I said, I'm glad I had those lessons. Them though. But this is what I say, like, people need that experience to understand people. Like, I feel like there's nothing better that can teach you that than experiencing different people. So I'm glad I had that. But yes, even though I still get anxious, I still feel lonely, I still get sad about not being where I want to be. Like, perspective is a big thing. Remember that you're on your own path. Like, Thief is truly the comparison of joy. I know it's very easy to do. Like I said, I used to do that so much when I was in that first season, but everybody has their own path, y'all. Like, maybe this is my time to blow up, question mark, or to get, like, you know, this is my time and I trust it. And I'm not like, yeah, I just believe life works itself out and I'm exactly where I'm meant to be and I'm still learning all these things. So I hope you guys just try to remember that too. Like I said, y'all, I was going through hell 2023, 2024. When I seen videos at the end of 2025 where everybody was like, please let 2026 be better. This year was hell. I shut the fuck up. Because 2025, like I said, was the most sane I felt in a long time. And if you didn't have as good as a 2025 and your years are blah, 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 like I said, we're on our own path. Maybe this year will be better. But yeah, it'll come, guys. Everything will fall into place. And like I said, especially to my abuse survivors or people who have been in bad relationships and stuff, it gets better. And I'm someone saying that too. Like I said, y'all, in my second long stretch of singleness and celibacy in my 20s, second one, I could say again, I'm saying it gets better as a single person. Like, y'all know how people are holding their newborn in their mansion with their husband being like, guys, to anyone who's been through that, it'll get better. And sometimes when it's like, yeah, because you're at what you want and your life is falling into place. My life, I'm only 23 years old. My life ain't what I want it to be. But like I said, like, it's just the little things. There's a lot of tangible things in life, you know, your physical things, your financial things, mentally and emotionally is like the richest I've ever felt. And that is really important because I truly feel like it reflects everything else. But yeah, guys, I hope this helped. I hope I said something that made sense, that spoke to you. I hope I don't look shirtless. My shirt is so cute, y'all. This That Habit by Helena. Black woman owned business. African owned business. Ethiopian owned business. No, for real. Her shirts are so cute. Like, I'm ready to buy more of her designs when she restocks. But yeah, you guys, thank you guys so much for listening to another podcast episode. As always, I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.